Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Every Kick. It is a new dawn, a new week, and a new Monday, and of course that means we have a look back on all of the headlines within the football world from last week. So to start us off, 45-year-old goalkeeper Issam El Hadari became the oldest ever player in FIFA World Cup finals. Obviously, unfortunately, Egypt did get sent home, but some history was made, and I think he should be really proud of that. 45 years old, and breaking records out here. Moving on to transfer talk now. Maxi Gradel joined Toulouse from Bournemouth for an undisclosed fee. In last week's episode, obviously, the Swiss celebrations from Xhaka, Shaqiri and Lichtsteiner came under fire, and Xhaka and Shaqiri could have both faced bans. However, the Swiss trio of Stefan Lichtsteiner, Xherdan Shaqiri and Granit Xhaka have all avoided bans for goal celebrations during that win against Serbia. I think they've all just been fined, which suits me, because I think for what they stood for, it stood for a good cause. It wasn't really hateful. It was representing freedom of the once refugees of Serbia. Southampton are expected to complete the signing of Celtic midfielder Stuart Armstrong. Marouane Fellaini has announced that he'll be staying at Manchester United for a couple of extra years at least. Liverpool have allowed Danny Ings to leave the club this summer. Obviously not really played much game time since moving from Burnley a fair few seasons ago now. Obviously he's had his injury woes, but yeah, he's not really managed to break into the Liverpool side. And Junior Hoilett signs a new contract with Cardiff City until the summer of 2021. An agreement was reached between Wayne Rooney's agent, Everton, and DC United over the striker's move to the MLS. Rooney then flied over to America, where he finalised his deal. Touched down off the plane on, I think it was Wednesday, and then went straight to watch the England game first, before completing his move to MLS side DC United. A bit of a statement from Danny Rose. Danny Rose has been talking a lot about, expressed his sort of racism worries during the, through the World Cup, and has claimed that life as a footballer isn't such a walk in the park as it seems. He went on to say, "I wouldn't be shouting from the rooftops to recommend to people's children to be a footballer." He then went on to say, "There are a lot of things that happen on a day-to-day basis at a football club that I wouldn't wish on anybody." And he finalised his statement by saying, "There's pressure, there's politics, there's loads of things, there's so much more to football than what people see." I'm not really too sure what Danny Rose was going through. Is it? I know Andros Townsend was, but is Danny Rose another one that's going through a bit of like a mental health sort of crisis, like in regards to like depression? Aaron Lennon was one, wasn't he? So I'm not too sure there what's really going on with Danny Rose. Is he unhappy at Tottenham? I don't know. Does he feel pressured with playing for Tottenham? I've absolutely no idea, but it's strange. Like, it's very unusual that he would come out and say something like that, and I feel a bit worried about the guy. Like, is he okay? Like, I understand what he's saying, but I mean, to say that in the middle of a World Cup tournament, I don't really think his head's there, and that's no discredit to him, but I feel like his head isn't there. If he's saying that like being a footballer is really hard and all that kind of stuff, I feel like, is that really the right mentality that we need, in the England side, that are we probably have one of the best chances that we've had in a long time of making it in this World Cup. You know, I really don't mean to discredit Danny there, but like, I don't know. I'm a bit confused about it. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. And one for my fellow Arsenal fans, Borussia Dortmund have confirmed that defender Socrates is close to joining Arsenal. Hopefully this does go through for the club. It's been a dramatic week. I mean, we saw Argentina go through to the round of 16, obviously, after beating Nigeria 2-1. And I mean, from this scenes to obviously what we saw the other day is just insane, and it's funny how football works, really, to see that, and then obviously to this, you know, teams that you would just sort of expect, I don't know, to carry on and do well and make it maybe to the quarter final, knocked out by a France team that obviously were very, very well prepared, organised and structured for this World Cup. It looks like it's going to be a very busy summer for West Ham and their new manager Pellegrini. West Ham have increased their offer to Lazio's Felipe Anderson to £35 million now, and Ajax close to agreeing a £18 million deal with Southampton for Dusan Tadic. And Liverpool have confirmed that Naby Keita will wear the number 8 shirt for Liverpool next season. Middlesbrough sign Aidan Flint from Bristol City on a 4-year deal for a fee of £7 million. Huddersfield Town are in talks to sign Borussia Dortmund defender Eric Durm. And Sunderland have reached an agreement to terminate the final year on Jack Rodwell's contract, obviously making him available now for other clubs. And the Football Association have charged West Ham over conduct of West Ham supporters during the home match against Burnley back on March the 10th. Fans were violent throughout the game, invaded the pitch, sort of tried to attack West Ham players and each other. You know, it's really, really sort of sad that happens still in football, to be honest. Southampton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy signs a new 4-year contract with the club. And of course Germany, we saw them be eliminated from the World Cup after a shocking 2-0 defeat from South Korea. I mean, credit where credit's due for South Korea. They worked their absolute balls off in that game. They were just up and down the pitch. They were so well organised at the back. Absolutely phenomenal performance from South Korea. Doncaster Rovers have appointed Grant McCann as their new manager. Bournemouth have agreed a £10 million deal plus add-ons with Sheffield United to sign David Brooks. Obviously, Brazil and Switzerland qualify for the knockout stages of the World Cup. Cardiff City to sign Bristol City forward Bobby Reid for a fee that could rise to £10 million. And Cardiff City signed goalkeeper Alex Smithies from QPR on a contract until 2022. Wolves have appointed former Hearts manager Ian Cathro as their new first team coach. Colombia and Japan qualify for the round of 16. This was harsh. I think Senegal were actually eliminated after receiving more yellow cards than Japan in the tournament. I think that is the first time that that's ever happened in a World Cup as well, for a team to just go out on like sort of fair play, I suppose. Derby have appointed Shay Given as head goalkeeping coach. Southampton signed forward Mohamed El Yunusi from Basel on a 5-year deal. Cardiff City announced that Neil Etheridge has signed a new contract. Fabian Delph is temporarily returning home from the World Cup in Russia as his wife gives birth to their child. And after, I think, interest from Fulham, Callum Chambers is supposedly in advanced talks with Arsenal over signing a new contract with the Gunners. Boss Unai Emery has said that he really sees potential in Callum Chambers and wants him next season to be fighting for a place within the first team. Newcastle United signed Ki Sung-young on a free transfer from Swansea. Former Rangers striker Kenny Miller has been appointed Livingston manager. And Brighton continue their quest to sign Liam Moore, sending a third bid to Reading. And Leeds United have signed midfielder Lewis Baker from Chelsea on a season-long loan. Southampton make a £10 million bid for Barcelona defender Marlon. And the Argentine midfielder Javier Mascherano has retired from international football after his country's 4-3 World Cup last 16 defeat by France. Newcastle United appear to be interested in re-signing the winger Andros Townsend from Crystal Palace. Fulham, Newcastle, Tottenham and West Ham are all interested in Nice forward Alassane Player. And Andres Iniesta has announced his retirement from international football following Spain defeated by Russia on penalties in the round of 16. And last but not least, Liverpool fans, I'll leave you with this note. Mo Salah signs a new long-term contract at Liverpool. That does bring me to the end of this week's episode of Every Kick, guys. I think next week I want to try and get more sort of comments from fans in the video and try and avoid headlines that are speculation and just confirm done deals. I think we'll have a look, but I really want to try and do that next week just to get some of you guys involved a little bit more. So any sort of major headlines, send me your thoughts and opinions over on Twitter using the hashtag EveryKick. My social media links are all in the description down below. You can also send me some thoughts on Snapchat as well, possibly even Instagram maybe, but of course you can get involved by commenting in the comment section down below as well. I do share everybody's thoughts and opinions, guys, so yeah, feel free to do that. You're not going to miss out at all. It'll just get featured in the following week's episode, if that makes sense. But with all of that being said, I'm yawning. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like rating on the video. If you are new here today and you've not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are new here as well, welcome to the channel, and I hope you stick around. And with all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next video next week.